Hey guys, it's Melody Lane, and in this video I'm going to show you how to put this card together. I agree that it needs more to it, and what I was just thinking, I do say in the video at the end you could add some bling or add these flowers onto the front here like this, but I think this piece needs to be embossed by the Cuttlebug. This green background, that would be so much prettier embossed, and maybe inking the edges. And on the inside, I also think these pieces need to be embossed, and that would add so much more to the card. It's easy with the Cuttlebug and it would be so much prettier. So I want to see what you guys do with my card. All right, keep watching to see how I put it together.
You are watching Melody Lane. With me you're gonna have a great crafting time.
Okay, let's get started putting this card together. The hardest part is knowing how to fold this piece. It has score lines. I created the base of this card. I created from free images. I share this entire card, and I also share the entire card as a file, and then I share the base card as another file. So if you just want this card without the other pieces, I share that and it's completely free if you support my channel for $1 or more on Patreon. There's links in the description. If you do not have access and you do not own the image set, I think it's Easter Blessings, it might be 2010. It's an older cartridge of digital designs, and it's these Easter images. It may charge you 99 cents for each one of these images. If you don't have access and you don't want to purchase the images separately, I would purchase them as a whole image set. This could be a birthday card, anniversary card, Christmas card, anything for this base. I do have an older video I'll put up in the little eye up here, and I make two different cards with this. They're Father's Day cards, but two different kinds of Father's Day cards. So you will see other ways that you can use this exact same card base. So that video is a few years old. I designed this a long time ago. So let me show you how to fold it. It has score lines all the way through here, and then just here and here and here and here, not in the middle part. And then it has a score line you'll see at the right where this ends, from here to here. And then about a ½ an inch up, there's another score line. I'm guessing that's a ½ an inch. I don't remember what it is. As I said, it was years ago when I made this card. This will be the inside of the card. I'm gonna fold this middle piece here, just like that. So that's gonna be like that. And we're gonna do the same thing to the top. The top and bottom are exactly the same. So we're just gonna do it again. I'm just kind of pinching it without touching anything else. And then this middle part will also fold. So you can kind of just fold it in half if you want there. But the middle part gets done the opposite way, so it won't end up that way. So we're gonna bend it back and fold it this way. So when you're done with this part, it's gonna look like this from the top. Can you see that? It's kind of, let me move this out of the way. See how that looks? Okay, and then we're gonna fold. So this is a mountain fold because, turn it this way, because it's like a mountain this way. This is a valley fold because it folds down like a valley. So on the score lines here on each side, we're gonna make those valley folds. So we're gonna fold those up. And same thing over here. So it's gonna look like that. And we're gonna do that the same on the other side. We're gonna make these two score lines valley folds. So it looks like that. Okay, so when you fold it, go ahead and fold it. We're not done doing the entire thing. Use a bone folder or something plastic, a credit card or scraper or anything. And then not just here, but I'm gonna push down here because it is folded inside there. See, so we just got those pieces. So now we have the two score lines here and here. So this gets folded out like a mountain fold. And I'm trying to bend that so I can find the score line. And then this one too. So if you just push it down like that, it's just gonna fold right there. on the cut line. Doesn't even matter really where the score line is. But now this score line, let me straighten this all out. I'm gonna pop this up just to make it easier. And we're gonna fold this down the other way. And then I'm gonna bring it up. You see how that is? And fold it like this. And now we're gonna do the same thing over here. I'm gonna bring this up. So then it looks like that. Can you see how that looks? Okay, so now we're gonna take our other green sheet. Now, you can cut this in another color. In the file, these are just the same color. You can change the color of this one and have a different background. And it would look really cool if you used pattern paper or something maybe behind it. So I'm just gonna fold this in half. And now we're gonna glue this. This sits on here perfectly straight, like even. So it flattens out like that. And I'm gonna use May's Art Glitter Glue. Now we're only gluing this piece here and this piece. You're not putting any glue in the middle or any glue in the middle of the top and bottom. I'm gonna just do one side first. Okay, now I'm gonna go and do this side. And fold this up and get them even. So the corners are right on top of each other. There. So then it's gonna fold. When it folds together, you gotta kind of move this up first and then score that. So I'm just gonna go over the whole thing. And that's how it goes. Is that cool? Okay, now I wanted to show you at the beginning of the video how to fold this because this is the most difficult part. Before you fold it, you should probably put the other pieces on, but you don't have to. And like I said, you can change colors of anything. Like I have these little blue pieces will go in the center here. And then I have these longer pieces will go here. And these will go here. If you wanted these to match the blue, you can totally do that in Design Space. You can change colors any way you want in there. I'm not gonna glue these pieces on until I get the other pieces on top of them so we can make it. And these pieces all go here. And then there's another one for this side. So I'm gonna get all the little pieces together and put them on first, and then we'll put all the pieces on. And I'm gonna work on this cross first because there's so many layers to this cross. So I'm gonna make sure these are all up the right way. I like to put them all together without gluing or sticking them together just to make sure it all fits correctly. So what I'm doing with these little pieces, I'm gonna use my Zyron today. And because a lot of people ask, what are these and what do you use them for? I used to use these all the time. I'm gonna make sure I pick them up and put them in the correct way. And it's just mechanical. You just pull this through. So I have a little one there. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of them in there at the same time. I have to pull it a little to get it going. The bottom one, I'm not gonna put in, oh yeah, I can stick it on here. Wait till that part's pulled through. Stick that in, pull that through a little. And I could go ahead and do the other pieces, but I'm gonna wait and just do the cross first. And you just rip that up. And you do what it says right here, rub and peel. So you rub that down. And what you're doing is, actually I'm gonna use this. You're rubbing it to get off the little adhesive off the edges. And then you peel this piece off. This is gonna set in the center of the blue piece. So I'm just peeling it off. It's like a sticker now. All the adhesive is on the back. There. So you have the back layer. Back layer is kind of like the brown layer. So all you're gonna see on this layer is a little bit of the brown. We're gonna lay this right on top of that. And it goes right on top of this. And then we got the gold one. And this will lay right on top of the green one. And then this piece goes here. So this is like the cloth over the cross, and then you see like the back sides are these, and this is the top. And then here's some more dirt. Oh, and I forgot, there's more dirt over here too. Let me add the more dirt. I'll use glue. You don't really have to. It just makes it more dimensional. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that there. Okay, now let's go to the next one. The next one we have the dove, and on the dove, instead of I think it wanted to cut out a tiny little thing here, but if this was a bigger size, you could do that, but this is so small. What I did is I changed that image to right. So it writes the little eye on there because there was no way I was gonna put a little dot of paper on there. So I'm just gonna use glue. Whoops. I'm just gonna use glue here. Here's the little part that goes in its mouth. And I'm just gonna put this on first. Then glue this down. So I'm gonna make the flowers first. I'm just gonna dab a little glue in there and stick the flower on there. I'm not too worried about which way the flower should be turned or anything for the middle part. And I'm gonna go ahead and do these. Okay, and then we have these little pieces. These go on here. So I'm gonna go ahead and add glue here. And this one. I'm not even worried about if they're the right way or anything. They're so small, I don't think it matters too much. And I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down. I'm just gonna glue the flowers down. Gives it a little bit more dimension if they're not glued completely down. Like these are sticking up a little bit, and on the bird, I didn't glue that down, so that's sticking up a little bit, which is just fine. Isn't that pretty? And I did use pearl paper on some of this. The cream and gold is all pearl paper on this whole card. And there's the cross. So now we're gonna stick these on the card. I could just stick these through here also. Oops. Pull that through a little. So you can just attach it there and pull it through. Oh. I messed up the edge from doing that because I didn't put it through straight. Oh no, and I lost a flower. Okay, so the next piece we're putting glue on. We're not doing this. And it's my own fault for not putting it in to fit absolutely correctly. Okay, so we're gonna put this on. And this should have a little bit of a border around it. Just, oh, I didn't do it at the bottom. Let me just do a little border, the bottom. Oh, just a tiny one. There we go. Okay, we're using glue for this one. Okay, we have that part done. Let's go ahead and put these pieces on. And I'm gonna do this really fast and come back when I'm done. Okay, so I have those pieces on. And then we're gonna put these pieces on here. This is pearl paper. There, now that's the inside of the card. So they can have it sitting like this, which you can't see that way, but you can have it sit out like this. Okay, let's do the outside. Oh, actually, this gets put on the inside. Let's go ahead and do that. So we're only doing one side at a time. It sits on there like a little border. Make sure you get it this fold on top of the fold of the gold one. And now you can see I did not put this layer on very straight. See that? But it's a handmade card. It doesn't have to be perfect. Hopefully you do it straighter than I do. So now we're going to put glue on this side. And fold that over like that. Okay, and we're going to put this on here. Actually, let's go ahead and do these pieces. So this says Easter Blessings, and you can put it any way you want on here. Or you can have it right on here too if you like. You can change it to right and then attach it to this piece in Design Space. And this S is not connected. You could also cut this out of like adhesive foil. You could cut this out of vinyl. You could cut it out of iron-on and also stick it on the cardstock. You could do glitter iron-on, glitter vinyl, iron-on foil. There's so many ways you can make these pieces. So I just use the pearl paper. So I'm just gonna put little tiny dots of the glue. So remember, when you're doing cards and stuff, you don't have to just use paper. You could even use iron-on. And this art glitter glue dries completely clear. So those little pieces that are coming out will dry fine. Okay, now I'm gonna put on the middle of the word blessings, and then we'll put each letter on the outside. Okay, so now we're gonna put this on the top of the card, on the front. If you want to change this to a vinyl or adhesive foil or iron-on or anything else, what you need to do is you need to change the color of it from this piece, because this piece and this piece cut out on the same paper, and you don't want this piece to be vinyl because it's a card. You have to use like some kind of paper or cardstock for this gold piece. So just cut this. You could still use it in gold vinyl, but you need to change the color so it's not exactly like this, so it cuts out on a different mat. Okay, so here's the card. Now you could add some bling to this. You could add a little bunny or something, or a cross right here, or some of the flowers. You could cut this out again and add that to the front if you want to do that. And then here's the card. Isn't that pretty? Okay, I really feel this needs something. So you need maybe just some bling or some flowers. Maybe cut out the flowers again and put down here, going this way. That would be pretty. All right, thanks for watching. And if you're not a Patreon supporter already, for $1 a month, you get access to hundreds of Design Space files. And like I said, the images here are Cricut images. The only way for me to share Design Space files is only using Cricut images. The card I made out of free images, I don't make these myself out of free images. They're already in Design Space. There you go. And you can get the free base card, which will be completely free to cut. Thanks for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe and share my videos. It helps other people see them. Here's a shout out to a few of the people who support my channel on Patreon. Dolores, Bobby, Catherine, Marcia, Cheryl, Vicky, Deb, Sherry, April, Karen, Shannon, Sandra, Judith, Michelle, Liz, Judy, Chris, Linda, Tony, Tammy, Melissa, Yvonne, Indiana, Ellen, Diane, Jane, Yadhira, Joyce, Peggy, Jennifer, Tracy, Jennifer, Barbara, Deborah, Joyce, Janice, Donna, Lisa, Brenda, Goldie, Janet, Teresa, Misty, Valerie, Dolita, Sherry, Grace, Kay, Christine, Carol, Rosemary, Deetra, Mona, Ken's Creations, Debbie, Jean, Michelle, Margaret, Leslie, Sally, Richard, Mary, Devona, Luann, Adrian, Sheila, Donna, Fran, Kathleen, Rourke, Dee, Lasagna, Tony, Diane, Lillian, Karen, Christy, Elaine, Tracy, Wendy, Jen, Tony, and Kathy. Thanks, guys!